And welcome back. Well, this is Emily Schoen in a dance performance. She grew up in Brookfield, but is now a New York City-based dancer, choreographer, and one of Dance Magazine's top 25 to watch artists. Emily has come home to Wisconsin for a very special occasion.
Yeah, tonight the United Performing Arts Fund will launch its annual giving campaign, which supports 14 local performing arts organizations. Emily is with us now along with Tim Stewart, one of UPAF's 2019 campaign co-chairs. Great to see both of you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
Yeah. I loved seeing that video clip, and I know we have more. How do you describe the type of dance that you do? What's your training?
Well, it's a modern dance is the umbrella term, but I grew
Okay.
up training in all forms of dance, ballet, modern jazz, a little tap, a little hip hop back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the style of dance that I
Fun.
do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really nice.
The reason you guys are here, it's a big kickoff to the UPAF's campaign. So let's talk a little bit about it, because the whole idea is inspiration, right? And that's really kind of where it comes from. Talk a little bit more about why this was chosen.
Yeah, so I think inspiration was chosen. It's a powerful human emotion. It's a long-lasting emotion, and the arts, the performing arts, when they're at their best, they don't just entertain us, but they inspire us. And so I think it's something everyone can basically relate to, remembering a time when they were truly inspired by a performance, whether it's a movie or a song or a book or whatever it is. And so I think UPAF, and we're trying to remind people how crucial that is, not only in our culture, but as individuals.
So you're from Brookfield, now live and work in New York City. And we were talking about inspiration, passion. What inspired you growing up in Brookfield to not just take dance and do that training and those lessons, but to make it your career?
So I started dance at age 4. I think my mom and dad put me in a gymnastics program initially that didn't go so well because it was during my nap time, and found out from some other parents in the program that there was a lovely dance studio down the street called Accent on Dance, and that's where I trained for 13 years, and it became my second family. And I learned to love dance there, and once I found out that I loved dance, I started to explore it in other local areas too. I would go to the Milwaukee Ballet with my family when I was a kid. I would take extra classes at Dance Works, and there was probably one defining moment. When I was 15, I saw my first professional dance company at the Sharon Lynn Wilson Center for the Arts in Brookfield.
Okay.
It was Parsons Dance out of New York, I remember, and I remember thinking, wow, like these artists are so talented and so exciting, and maybe this is something I could do someday. And I think it was probably that moment that I started exploring what it would be like to actually have a career in dance.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, they hesitate to do a career in the arts because it can be a tough road. And so how do you think it's positively impacted your life? Because I think so many people need permission to explore the arts professionally.
It's a great question. It's definitely not an easy road. It's not a straightforward road. It's something I found that in my career you have to navigate as you go. But it's a worthwhile pursuit too, because at least for me personally, when I'm dancing or when I'm creatively involved or choreographing, I'm the happiest, and dance brings out the best in me, and that filters into other areas of my life.
Yeah, love that.
That's so neat. And I think whenever we talk about UPAF, and I know that you're kicking off your campaign tonight, you have an event that we want to talk about and share with people so that they can attend. You worry as a parent, as a member of a community, about them being underfunded, and also how many kids are not exposed to the arts because of a lack of funding and a need in our community to provide greater access to them.
Yeah, great point. And we know that there's been cutbacks in public schools and arts education. And we also know that arts education, particularly at young ages, is crucial in brain development and creativity. And so UPAF, through a special program called UPAF Bright Minds, focuses on that and affects and educates literally thousands of kids in southeastern Wisconsin on an annual basis. None of that would be possible without UPAF, so yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. Talk a little bit about the launch, the campaign, everything that's going on, because tonight is one of the big kickoffs.
Right, so we're expecting close to 200 people tonight at the Marcus Center, and it kicks off at it's 5 p.m. If you haven't registered, you can go to UPAF's website, upaf.org, and under events, you can find it there. love to have everybody.
What are you going to be doing there? What will people see and experience?
There will be several performances of I think Dance Works and some others. We'll have some local politicians there. I think the mayor, the county exec, and the Waukesha County exec. Myself and the other 2 co-chairs will say a few words. So it'll be about an hour, or a little bit, maybe a little bit more, and giving everybody an idea of what the campaign this year is focusing on and how everyone can get involved.
Yeah. Is your job in the arts?
No, actually, I'm an attorney. There is some
super artistic
qualities there. Yeah, some creativity does help there. But no, I started collaborating with UPAF about 5 years ago. I was asked and honored to be a co-chair this year, and so I'm on the fundraising end, so I'm up talking to people. If I'm out in public, I'm probably talking about UPAF.
Okay, good
it's important.
You.
So
yeah, it was so great
and
to meet you.
persuasive, right? They're going to get somebody persuasive to raise money.
I'm trying,
that's good.
yes.
Yeah, congratulations to you on your successful career and being from Brookfield. It's wonderful having you here today.
It's so fun to be back.
Appreciate your time, both of you.
Thank you.
So the campaign launch event is tonight. It's at 5:30, Marcus Center for the Performing Arts. To find out more about how you can support the arts in our community and more about tonight's event, and then there's another one tomorrow that's happening in Waukesha County.
Yes.
To find out more about that as well, you can go to upaf.org. Thanks again, you guys.
Thanks, you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.